Hi everyone, welcome to week 4 of distance learning. So this week, guys, it's all about scale drawings, and basically scale drawings is just like setting up a proportion and cross multiplying. So it's the whole multiply and then divide. So we'll go through that, but a scale drawing is a two-dimensional drawing that's similar to the object it represents. It's just smaller. So obviously if you have a big building, you're not going to be replicating that big building. You're going to draw or maybe construct something that's smaller. And when you make it smaller, you want to make sure that it has the same dimensions, that it's not like the doors are bigger than they would actually look like in real life. And the scale is the ratio that gives the relationship between the drawing's dimensions and the actual dimensions. So you see the 1 inch to 3 feet. So the 1 inch is the drawing, where the 3 feet is what it would actually be in real life, how big the drawing would be in real life. All right, our first goal is to determine the scale of the model. So to determine the scale of the model, what you want to do is you want to set up the scale and then simplify as far possible as you can. So it says, suppose a model of a dragonfly has a wing length of 4 centimeters. If the length of the insect's actual wing is 6 centimeters, what's the scale of the model? So what I've got here is I've got the model is 4 centimeters and the actual length is 6 centimeters. Well, they want us to represent it in terms of 1 centimeter. So if I divide the numerator and denominator by 4, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 6 divided by 4 is going to give me what the actual length is. So then 6 divided by 4 would be 1.5. So So the scale of it would be 1 centimeter is the model, and 1.5 centimeter is the actual length. That would be our scale. You can also cross multiply and set up a proportion, which is what I'm going to do for the next one. So it says the pillars of the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. are 17 feet tall. So that's the actual. Okay, that's actually how big they are. They're 17 feet tall. The scale of the model is 5 inches tall. So this is the scale. So when you're setting this up, you want to do the scale on top, like the actual model amount on top, and then the actual on the bottom. So the model is 5 inches. The actual amount is 17 feet. Well, I don't want 5 inches. I want 1 inch, and then I want to figure out how many feet that would be. So you could either divide the numerator and denominator by 5, because 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 17 divided by 5 is whatever x is, or you could cross multiply. So I'll show you actually the division way and the cross multiplication way. So the division way, I would do 17 divided by 5, and that would give me 3.4. So it'd be 3.4 feet in the denominator. All right, so that's doing it that way. Another way is you could actually cross multiply. So 1 over x. Remember, to cross multiply, you do the numerator times the denominator, so that's 5x. You do 17 times 1, which is 17, and then you divide by 5. Either way, you're going to get the same answer of 3.4. So my answer for the scale, so my scale is 1 inch represents 3.4 feet. All right, and you can do it by dividing by 17 by 5, or you could do it by setting up and doing cross multiplication. That's perfectly fine. For the next view, they gave us this scale, but we're actually going to go through and find the missing measure. So we're actually going to find the missing actual measure, or maybe the measure on the model. So it says a model of a sailboat has a scale of 1 to 20. All right, so that's what my scale is. It's 1 to 20, where this is my model and this is my actual. The actual always goes on the bottom. The actual sailboat is 32 feet long. So actual means the 32 feet goes on the bottom. How long is the model? I don't know. That's my x. So I'm going to go through and cross multiply here. So 32 times 1 is 32. 20 times x is 20x. divide by 20 to get x by itself. That'll give me my answer. So 32 divided by 20 is 1.6. Okay, and 1.6 feet. Looking at the next one, the road map has a scale of, so this is my scale, that's always the first part of my proportion. So the scale is 4.5 centimeters, that's the model. The actual is 5 miles. If the distance from Tamanend to the entrance of the Pennsylvania Turnpike is 5.5 centimeters, okay, what is the actual distance? Okay, so the centimeters goes with the centimeters, so 5.5 centimeters goes up here, x on the bottom. Cross multiply, you get 4.5x is equal to 5 times 5.5 gives me 27.5. I want to get x by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 4.5. So 27.5 divided by 4.5 gives me 6.1 repeating miles, because that's what I'm missing. My denominator is miles. All right, example number 4. So a scale drawing has 1 centimeter equals 15 inches. So that's my scale. So I'm going to write that first. 1 centimeter, 15 inches. Remember, this is the model. And this is the actual. The actual piano is 57 inches long. So on the bottom here where the inches is, because this is 57 inches, I'd write 57 inches. I don't know the length of the scale drawing, so I'll put an X. Go ahead and cross multiply. 57 times 1 is 57. 15 times X is 15X. Want to get X by itself, so I need to move the 15. 57 divided by 15 gives me 3.8, and it's 3.8 centimeters because that's what the numerator is represented as, centimeters. All right, so quick notes for us. Go ahead and get started on the live Teams guided practice. We have an optional live practice, so if you want to meet with me and do the guided practice with me, that's awesome. You can go ahead and do that. Or you can work on it on your own and check your answers in the content library. Then you have your homework assignment in our IXL where we need to get to a 70. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.